Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Island Farm. I promise you, it was actually not raining a little bit ago. It is raining lightly right now. It is not my goal to record only when it's raining, but really hasn't been too many times that it hasn't been raining. Got our Lemkin, this Lemkin Colatar 12 as our feeder, mostly because it had a decent working width and it only needed 140 some horsepower. So a lot of the other seeders that had decent size working width were pretty power hungry. It's okay, we don't use this one very often. And it has the added benefit of holding a lot of seed, which is going to be evident that that is a good thing when we move over to our planting, corn and sunflowers. Got a different, obviously, planter in order to do that job, and that planter really doesn't hold a lot of seed. So what I can do is, when we're done with our Lemkin here, I'm going to unload it to have the seed pallets at the farm. Then we'll be able to fill up the planter from those seed pallets, as opposed to having to go all the way back to the harbor. Also had some growth on our grass. Now at 2/3 growth, so we could cut grass as soon as it was dry enough. If it ever gets dry enough. Take a look at the weather for it. Get dialed in here 90-ish degrees. So we've got rainy weather up till about mid-afternoon, and then clear skies. Supposedly clear skies tomorrow. Rain on Saturday, clear skies. Yeah. So it's going to be off and on rain. Again, pretty sketchy for ability to make hay. Definitely be able to make silage. Want to do that. We could also basically mow it and pick it up and take it up to the BGA. More money rolling in that way. Provide a little energy to the island. I talked about reducing the volume of this tractor in the other video. I looked at the mod because I thought in 17 there was a XML value or variable that basically governed the volume of vehicle sounds. And when I cracked open this mod and looked at the sound settings, that value wasn't set. So maybe an optional value. I may need to dig through some other mods to see if they define a volume level in the XML. If not, I'm going to have to crack open the sound files and basically run them through an audio program to knock the volume down a bit. If anybody out there knows the trick, do that via XML, let me know. Love to keep this thing a little less loud. We zoom in. It's going to make it pretty hard for me to talk over it. Going cab, it's going to be pretty loud, so yeah, basically puts us zooming out. This is going to be one big wheat field. Maybe I should have made this one the cornfield. I don't know. It is what it is for now. Next year we'll switch them around. Do a little crop rotation. I didn't even look at the rotation schedule to see what a corn, sunflower, wheat rotation would look like. Let's go ahead and look at that. We plant wheat, then we plant in sunflowers, then we do corn, and then rotate back to wheat. So we get a crop bonus from going wheat to sunflowers. We get a crop bonus from going sunflowers to corn. Then we get a little bit of a hit going back to wheat. So that's actually a kind of a beneficial rotation. 3-year rotation. That kind of work. Then let's say do sunflowers, corn, wheat. Pretty much the same thing. What if we put wheat in here, then corn? Oh, that's interesting. Looks like we get a better rotation if we change that order up a little bit. Sunflowers, then wheat, then corn. Get a normal bonus. We get a normal crop here the first year. We get a bonus second year following wheat with sunflowers. Get a normal crop in corn. Then when we rotate back to sunflowers, we get a bonus. Just wanted to square this off. That'll make planting the rest of the field or seeding the rest of the field a bit easier. Once we get this done, we can get started on another long run. We'll go back and look at that rotation schedule. So, wheat, sunflowers, corn. Sunflowers, wheat. See that? That won't work. We need to put corn here. Corn, wheat, sunflowers, corn. And that means this needs to be sunflowers. Corn, wheat. Wheat, sunflowers, corn. Wheat, sunflowers, corn. Wheat, sunflowers, corn. Okay. Thing lined up again. Go back and look at that. Ignore these numbers. Ignore this number for now. Normal yield, bonus. Normal yield, bonus the second year. Normal yield the third year. Normal yield, bonus. And then the fourth year, we have a bonus here, we have a bonus here, and normal yield. That works out great. No negative effects of this rotation. Perfect. I was wondering if I might need to throw a third field in, or fourth field in here to get a kind of a fallow rotation working, but no, I think we can do this 3-crop rotation quite well across all 3 of our fields. And of course, you don't need to define a rotation for every field. The fact that there's only 4 rotation schedules in season doesn't mean that you can only have 4 fields or plan out 4 rotations. The rotation planner here is just a planner. Think of it as a calendar or an agenda. You know, your daily agenda, weekly agenda. You know, you don't have to follow this. Just mapping it out so you can kind of see in each subsequent year. This is the 4th. This doesn't say, oh, I'm going to get a bonus because I'm going to put corn in here next year. No, this is 1.0, 1.0, 1.2. Then in year 4, we roll back up to the top. 1.4. Year 5, 1.0. Year 6, 1.2. Pay attention to what we're doing here. PDA, now we can see our nice fields now, all colored in. I'm going to go ahead and jump cut to the next stage of this process, where we're going to be planting our sunflowers. I'll catch you on the flip. And welcome back. Didn't take too terrible long at all. So we are running down to pick up our planter. We're going to use and get it filled up with seed. As you can probably tell from here, it is one of the new planters from the Cougarland DLC. It also had a pretty decent working with and had some fairly light horsepower requirements. Big negative on it is the amount of seed that it holds. Holding just 1,000 liters of seed. Was going to use the front seed hopper that also comes with the DLC. Problem is, none of my tractors have a front 3-point hitch, so that makes it a little difficult to do what I was going to do. Just run it this way. Got just over 1,000 liters of seed up here. Emptied our lemkin. Already put it away in the shed there. See a wheat field planted off there in the distance. Here. Pull the contraption and there we go, off we are. We're not going to mess with bridge markers. Wish it seated a little less rigid. Very stiff, very rigid. Wish they had modeled the individual seed hoppers to flex on their own and not sort of just flex on the sides. That will leave corn for the field up there on the hill. This whole thing flexes. Got a rough field, you could really have spots get missed. Heavy too, I guess. Light on the front end. Tractor does have weights on the front. Yeah, a little concerned about how this is skipping areas. Have to come through in a different direction and see if that helps the skips or not. In the end, we might have to go with a different planter. Interesting to see if it skips at the same spot or not. We got cloudy weather coming up. That'll be a wonderful sight. So we have the hill drop off. I did some flattening on the landscaping, and I tried to smooth it down. We'll need to try this on a. I'll try this on the other Fiat. See if it's light in the front or not. That worked coming down the hill. All right, let's switch. The other Fiat and see how it does. It looks like it's a little light on the front, but not as light as the other one, I don't think. It'll make turning around easier. Probably still going to skip areas that aren't super flat. Then this tractor has a larger turning radius too. Something else to note. Overall, it's a decent seeder or planter. Wish it had a little higher capacity, and I wish it was kind of segmented a bit better so it conformed to uneven terrain. Overall, she's getting the job done for sure. Let's see how well it does up there on the cornfield. Know if I really am going to end up keeping it or not. I don't want to keep it if it really is problematic with uneven fields. I guess I think that's what's going to cost for the day. Just a short video this time of us putting in seed in the ground. When we come back, we'll be looking at the grass, trying to figure out, are we going to mow it, bale it, and wrap it for silage? Are we going to mow it and try to dry it for hay? Or are we just going to mow it and pick it up and take it up and dump it in the fermenting silo at the biogas plant? What are we going to do? I think the safe bet is the silage. We do need silage for our cows. Silage or hay. We need hay for the sheep. So if we can dry it out, that's best for 2 animals. And worst comes to worst, there's always the biogas plant. There's money earned up there will more than pay for any hay or silage that I have to buy. Alright guys, so with that, bid you a fond farewell. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of our South Island series? Downloaded the map and played it for yourself. You'll find a link to the map in the description below. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.